265. Jesus. Hey, what's up you guys, this is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Snapshot, no matter how you screw it, we're gonna have a blast unloading the Fulmin. Now, you can pick up the Fulmin's blueprints in the market for 20,000 credits, just do be aware it does require Mastery Rank 8 to craft, as well as a little bit of Hexanon, which is the new crafting material that you can find on Jupiter. But, if you don't want to deal with any of that, you can always pick it up pre-built, along with a weapon slot and a catalyst for 265 plat. However, if you've got a little bit more money to burn, you can always pick it up in the Wisp Collection bundle. Alrighty, so before we jump into combat, let's go ahead and take a look at the Fulmin on paper. Strike with Silent Lightning or the Pummeling Drum of Thunder. Alternate between stealthy short-range electrical discharge and automatic lightning gun. Faster mode switch when used by Wisp. Now, I have tried this out with a different Warframe, and it feels like Wisp does it in about half the time. Now, like they were saying, there are two different fire modes. The Semi is the shotgun mode and the auto is the assault rifle. So let's go ahead and jump on in. We do have accuracy of 9.1, which I feel like is fairly standard on shotguns. The critical chance is 30% and the critical multiplier is 2.2 times. Now this is really exciting because this technically counts as an assault rifle, which means it has all of the access to those great critical chance mods that are on rifles. So that's definitely going to be nice to pump up. We've got the fall off stats right there. It's 10 to 20 meters. We have a fire rate of 2.17, a magazine of 60. Now this one is actually silent, which is strange because when is a shotgun silent? But apparently this one is. The reload speed is 1.0, which is very nice. The status chance is 16%, which makes me a little bit sad, mainly because of the fact that we're so used to shotguns being heavy on status and being able to pump it up a lot. However, we do have some great critical stats that kind of make up for it. Now, jumping into the assault rifle variation, we have an accuracy of 111.1. Does that make this the most accurate weapon in the game currently? I've never seen an accuracy that high, but there it is. Then we've got a critical chance of 28%, which is a little bit lower than the shotgun variants. However, it does have a higher critical multiplier of 2.4 times. The fire rate is 9.33, magazine again is 60, and the reload speed is 1.0. The status chance on this one is only 10. Now, the interesting thing about this is that their base damages are all based off of electricity plus another IPS like type. My brain stopped. But we have impact for the shotgun, and then we have puncture for the full auto, which is sad because everybody wants slash, but don't worry, we'll be able to incorporate that in a different way. Alright, so before we jump into combat, as you can see, I've got a Billy here just in casual mode because I do have a couple other things that I wanted to go ahead and cover real quick. So as you can see, that guy is chilling over at 29 meters. So when I stated earlier that the shotgun had a fall off of 10 to 20 meters, that's a hard fall off. That means that nothing beyond 20 meters is going to get struck. So as you can see, he's sitting at 30 meters. We got absolutely no gas in the tank. But if I do move a little bit closer at 20 meters, boom, we start hitting him again. Well, hello, this is Editing Rob. Did you really think that I was going to film a video without fucking up somewhere? I just wanted to point out a couple things. The fall off thing only applies to the shotgun, but also keep in mind that the shotgun is silent. So for all of you Avara mains out there, you now have a shotgun that's not gonna break prowl. Regardless, let me go ahead and toss it back to Past Rob. Boop. Now the next thing that I do want you guys to pay attention to is down in the ammo corner below. Number one, as you can see, each of these shotgun bursts equals 10 bullets. So that is definitely one thing that you need to be aware of. There are only 6 shots before this weapon is forced to recharge. Yes, you guys saw that. There is no big max ammo pool for this. Instead, it's got one magazine that recharges fairly quickly, so definitely keep that in mind when you are using this weapon, that you might want to give this a little break in between shots, and you can audibly hear the little vroom. See, there you go. That's a little vroom saying, all right, you can go ahead and shoot again. So let's bring our Billy to life and see how this actually functions. Now, as you guys probably guessed from a little bit earlier, I am using a crit build on the shotgun. And of course, what goes really great with crit, aside from a little bit of viral and hunter's munitions, right? Because of the fact that this is a rifle-based weapon, we can go ahead and add that in, and it's just nice and sexy because we have all of those big critical boosting mods. And it just makes you feel all kind of good when it comes together in a nice little sexy package. Look at that. Oh, don't that feel real sexy for you? So that is definitely something that I am enjoying very much. However, what I will say is that this variant feels better in shotgun mode than it does in the assault rifle mode. I feel like you get some good headshots in here and you get those slash procs going and they're gone. Works fantastically with Wisp's Breach Surge. As you guys know, it procs every time an enemy is dealt damage. Well, it has a chance to proc every time an enemy is dealt damage. And when you have a lot of those slash procs, ooh, you just get a whole bunch of chaining. Let's swap into the semi-automatics real quick so that you guys can see how it performs. Now, like I was saying earlier, I prefer the other variant of this when it comes to the semi-auto, but as you can see, it is still quite effective. And again, I am using Argon Scope with this, so it's kind of nice to be able to get headshots from further away because of the fact that this thing has such ridiculous accuracy. I mean, like, look at it. That is crazy pants. That is absolutely crazy pants how accurate this thing is. I love the fact that it just does not move. So let's go ahead and take a look at the build that I'm currently using, then we'll modify it into the other variant, which again, you guys got to keep in mind that this is all something for you guys to play around with. This is just inspiration. Do not take this as a law. This is just what I'm currently using. So as you can see, we've got Serration in there, Split Chamber, we've got Point Strike for the critical chance, and Vital Sense for the critical damage boost. Works really well with Hunter's Munitions, and I paired that with Argon Scope and some Viral, so that all of those little babies can jive together. However, another variant that I actually wanted to go ahead and point out, which is kind of fun too, and I almost prefer it in the assault rifle mode, is going to be using corrosive. So as you guys know, this weapon's base damage does have like one of the IPS, impact or puncture, and then it has electricity in there as well. So what happens is, because of the fact that we toss in corrosive, that damage type merges together and you have a more focused status chance. So you have like the IPS and then you have the corrosive. And of course the corrosive is going to be a bit heftier in there, so it has more of a chance to go off. And then you pair that with something like, I always forget the name, Vigilante Armament instead of Argon Scope, and you get a higher status chance and more pellets to be shot off when it comes to the shotgun mode, and then of course more bullets that come out when you are... Is it even bullets, or is it just lightning? Let's go ahead and take a look at the way that this works. So, let's grab the Corrupted Bombard, and we are using the shotgun mode first. So like I said earlier, I prefer the shotgun mode with the viral, because as you can see here, we've still got a decent chunk of the health left, but we still got enough slash procs to definitely make it worth our while. Keep in mind too, I know that I'm not using any of Wisp's fire rate boosting capabilities. I just wanted to go ahead and do that so that you guys can see the weapon at its base, aside from of course its reloading, its cool reloading abilities, or not reloading, but what is it, what type swapping? Like fire mode swapping, you know what I'm talking about. So again, like I was saying with the shotgun, I prefer the other variant better, but let's go ahead and switch to the semi-auto, which I quite like with this variant. Again, like I don't even really need to move my cursor whatsoever, and we get to go ahead and take out a chunk of the enemy's armor. And as you can see right there, it works out pretty gosh darn well. Let's load that up one more time. And after that, we'll go ahead and close this baby out. Just make sure that you're really getting those headshots, because here, instead of using a full clip, we only had to use 20. So the more headshots, the better. Get all of the head in the world, as you guys can see, because it definitely makes a lot of a difference, especially when you're using, when you're trying to make the most out of those critical shots. Boom. All nice. So, if I'm going to be honest with you, the Fulmin is definitely the one weapon from the sets that has been launched that I've been using the most, so I wanted to go ahead and show it a little bit of love. It's kind of impressive for a Mastery Rank 8. I'm not going to say it's the top of the charts when it comes to weapons out there. However, it is quite a bit of fun. I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I was like, how exactly does this jive with Wisp? But because of the fact that she does have that electrical moat, they kind of give that same shock aura off, which I do quite like. Now, if you guys have played around with the Fulmin, let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments below. In addition to that, let me know what your favorite weapon of the bunch is, which includes the Vandals that just got released with the event, the 2 Sentient / Corpus hybrid weapons, or the Fulmin. Toss that down in there for me. And, for me, all in all, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I like mixing this up with a little bit of melee. So, as always, I'm going to leave you guys here. And love somebody, hurt nobody, and try not to get distracted by Wisp floating all over the place. See? Right on cue. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.